Right, now admittedly this isn't the best thing I've ever made, but there is a serious side to this. It's so I can just visualize how things would be if I were to make a sub this size. So in a minute, after I've had a cup of tea, I'm going to get in, whereupon I'm going to look very silly indeed. So I'm just going to draw around this hatch that I made. This was part of when I tested the dome for Jodie B. So and it just happens to be 600 millimeters. So just going to cut around here. Right, dimensions. So this is 600 millimeter. It's actually from the outside edge, so this ring isn't quite right, but it's this bit. The hull is supposed to be 650, but it's actually 600 in this, just because that was the biggest size that I could get of the wood, and not buying anything else. And yeah, so it would actually be a tiny fraction bigger than this, but this gives me an idea anyway. Right, this could be a bit awkward. Got no idea. Well, I mean, I'll fit in. Could actually look back, so I could put a viewport on the back. I mean, there isn't much room, admittedly, but it's the same as the Jodie B tower, this. Not a lot of room down inside there. I wouldn't be able to get down in there. But, I mean, it's doable. Tower would actually, as it is, the towers would be another, can't remember, but it's about here. It might be about right. And at 1 metre, that's my feet just touching that piece of cardboard, which is 1 metre, and there'd be the end cap on top of that, so I would be able to stretch my legs out okay. I mean, you just have to consider it as like a canoe type sub, wouldn't you? I don't know, not sure. So the point of all that was to possibly, or have a think of making something like this. Not sure about that one now. I know it looks good, but it might be a bit over the top. So anyway, what I've done is I've done some calculations based on a few things. So what I've done is I've done some calculations for this one, and after all of this lot, this is actually what I'm after, is the total mass of the displaced water, which is, for the smaller one, comes out at 974 kilos. So that's what its minimum weight. And remember, this is only of the pressure hull itself. So there's the pressure hull. That's the boundary fill I did to get the internal volume. Then I just did getting each piece on its own. So for example, that bit there, that'd be really awkward to work out, except the computer does it really easily. And that bit there, but this is the key thing, the actual total displacement. So you can see that the small one would weigh 974. That would be its minimum amount of weight, and the other one, it's not that much more. It's about 300 more. So 300 kilograms more. So I don't know now whether it's worth doing the smaller one like that. It might be better to just stick with this sort of design. I do the boundary fill in. I'll make it out of wood just because, just so you can see the difference. But that's the internal volume there anyway. Right.